Are resellers going to be able to make it through the coming recession? This is a common question I've been getting asked, and I've also been seeing a lot of things out there on social media talking about the topic of this upcoming recession that we're already likely in. We see the gas prices rising, the price of food rising, pretty much prices across the board for everything, rent, all necessities, everything is going up. Wages are not increasing at the same rate as the prices of everything. So how are resellers going to be able to survive a recession if people do not have money? What's up, everyone? My name's Garrett. I've been reselling full-time on Amazon for about the last 5 years. I've been able to make a great living doing so, and I want to talk about the changes I'm seeing in the business of just selling products online in general, and hopefully give you guys some insights on what you guys can be expecting just from someone who's actually in the business and seeing different trends and data that I've been seeing in my own personal business. So to start off, I've never personally experienced a recession while reselling. I'm only 25 years old, been doing this about 5 years like I said, so I don't have previous experience of what a recession is going to look like, but there's a few topics I want to cover in this video. Not only the current sales data that I'm experiencing in my own business, are my sales dropping, are they increasing? What are the trends that I'm personally seeing at the moment and over the past few months, as well as I have a family member who actually started reselling in the 2008 financial crash, so I kind of want to go over their story and kind of tell you how they made it through the recession back then, to hopefully prepare you guys who are out there, either full-time resellers, you're looking to get into reselling, kind of what you can likely expect over the next few years with the tough times we probably have coming up. So like I said, I sell a majority of my products on Amazon, and so far I have not seen any dip in sales whatsoever. My sales have actually been increasing. But again, that's on Amazon alone. Compared to last year, I'm actually up quite substantially year over year, but that's due to a lot of different things, having more inventory available, so on and so forth. But I've been seeing a ton of videos talking about, people aren't going to be, they're not spending money on higher end products. They're going to be very price selective and price sensitive to what they're buying. So as a reseller, you need to adapt your business model to sell cheaper products, lower margin products, so on and so forth. And so far in my own business on Amazon, I'm not seeing that whatsoever. I sell a lot of higher end sneakers, clothing, higher priced items. My average sale price is about $70 in that range, which is, for a regular physical products business, especially on Amazon, that's a pretty decently high average selling price. And just over the last weekend, I probably sold a good 30-40 pairs of sneakers at a price point of $150 and higher, being like Adidas Ultra Boost and some of those higher end sneaker models. So I'm still seeing customers are still purchasing higher end models, higher priced, higher ticketed items. I'm not really seeing a dip, and I do have a wide kind of range of inventory. I have clothing items as low as $20. I have sneakers all the way into the 200s. I'm still seeing a healthy kind of balance of where my sales are in terms of price points, where the customers are purchasing more of, less of, so on. Nothing has really changed in my business like at all. So on Amazon as a platform, I haven't seen a slowdown yet. Not saying that that can't come, but I'm pretty sure over the last quarter, Amazon's revenue still increased, even though they were at a net loss, if you kind of follow the stock market and stuff like that. But a lot of people don't really dive deep into why they likely lost money. I don't think they lost money because of their operating model, which that's part of it, but a lot of people don't look in. They actually just acquired a company for a quite substantial amount of money. So on the books, it's going to look like they're hurting quite a bit, which they likely are. Every company is going to be hurting. But as far as top line revenue, which means customers purchasing items, so far there hasn't been a drop on Amazon's platform. For my business, like I said, year over year, still trending in the upwards trajectory, like I continue to hope to do for the rest of the year. But this is kind of normal for resellers to experience a slowdown in the summer, guys. It happens every year. I mean, the summertime is the slowest time of the year for any retail business. The busiest time of the year is going to be the holidays. So I really think the big test is going to be when the holiday season comes. Are the customers still going to be spending the same amount of money? Are they going to be kind of more price sensitive to certain items? Because there's a lot of items out there that significantly increase in value, and customers tend to overpay for those items during those times. So it'll be interesting to see as the year goes on. But as so far for this year, with all the stuff happening in the world, the crazy prices out there, I personally have not seen a decrease in sales at all. I still have the same sell-through rate on my inventory. So yeah, nothing's really changed on my end. That could just be the type of items, but a lot of people are saying the shoes, the clothing category, which is probably 90% of my catalog on Amazon as far as my reselling business goes, and I'm not seeing a drop pretty much at all. And people are still kind of overpaying and paying crazy prices for some of the products I sell, where they can literally hop onto a different website and purchase that item for like half the price. So I don't see the trend of these customers being so price sensitive to where they're hopping on different platforms and price checking and all that stuff. I'm not personally seeing it. Let me know down in the comments if you guys are seeing it, but that's going to cover Amazon as a platform. Now, I also sell on eBay. I have noticed a bit of a slowdown on eBay. I've had to lower some of my prices just to move some extra product. But again, that's likely due to the summer slowdown. It will be interesting to see what happens going into Q4. Pretty much everything I sell on eBay is over $100. I don't sell any sneakers really unless it's like an Amazon return for under $100. That's just kind of my business model on eBay as far as eBay goes. I've noticed a little bit of a slowdown, but a lot of that has to do with I haven't been able to get a ton of good inventory and product to sell on eBay as of lately. So that's kind of hurt my sales a bit. But I have noticed last summer when those stimmy checks were hitting and everything, I was getting crazy prices for just kind of subpar average sneakers, and that just doesn't seem to be the case at the moment on eBay as a platform. But yeah, guys, that's kind of where I'm at in my personal business on eBay and Amazon. A little bit of a slowdown on eBay, but I think that just kind of goes with the summer slowdown. You experienced eBay sellers can let me know. I just kind of started getting more heavily into eBay a little bit more in the last year. So I think I kind of got in when times were super good on eBay and people had all this extra income to spend. So let me know about all you eBay folks out there if you guys are noticing a significant slowdown in sales. Now I want to give some predictions going into the future. Now obviously we are on the front end of this thing according to experts, or what I'm seeing. I think prices are going to continue to go up on a lot of products, and people are going to continue to get squeezed of having to decide whether or not to buy this or buy that. They're just not going to have the expendable income to spend on just the wants. They're going to have to spend it on needs. So what I think is going to happen is it really depends which platform you're selling on, in my opinion. If you're selling on Amazon, it's different if you're a physical brick and mortar retail space and location. You're going to see a lot of things on the news like Target struggling, these brick and mortar retailers, but you have to realize they only have a market, a local market that they're able to sell to, right? Versus us as Amazon sellers, we have access to customers across the entire country, all the hundreds of millions of Prime members we have access to as customers. So even if the customer demand drops on some items, I don't think it's going to be that drastic to where you can't just kind of expand your catalog to kind of absorb that drop in demand, if that makes sense. So if you had a product that you were selling 1,000 of a month, even if that product's demand dropped 40%, right? You're only selling 600 of that item a month. Well, you can kind of diversify your portfolio of products to kind of absorb that drop in demand, if that makes sense. You're not going as deep on products, you're going as wide. So that's kind of going to be my strategy going forward. Like always, I recommend testing different items, different products before you go deep on them. But I don't see any big drastic change happening. There's a lot of reselling YouTubers out there saying that the world's ending. You're going to have to strap down, and I'm not seeing that whatsoever, and I don't think that's going to be happening in the future. I just don't think the average Amazon seller's business is going to be drastically affected by the drop in consumer demand, because all this stuff is very overhyped in my opinion. They say consumer demand's way down, but you have to realize all the news and media outlets, they want to get clicks and views, so they have to hype up all this stuff to make it seem like it's so crazy. Everything you see on the news is blown out of proportion, in my opinion. And like I said, I'm not denying the fact that people are going to be struggling with just the everyday price increases, but to say that reselling's doomed or you're going to go out of business as a reseller because no one's going to buy your stuff, that they're just going to start shopping for deals, that's just not what the average American person does. I don't see the big change at what's going to happen. If someone wants a pair of sneakers, I think they're going to continue to buy that pair of sneakers. They might not buy 10 pairs of sneakers, but they're still going to buy stuff that they want regardless. So your job as a reseller is just to kind of adjust your business model. I think going more wide instead of deep on certain items, especially those higher ticket items. I think those sneakers right now that are selling for $200 when you can go get them at a retail store for $100, I think that type of stuff might take a hit a little bit. I've seen people just pay the craziest amount of money for items on Amazon, and I don't think that's going to change. And to end this video, I want to share a story with you guys. My mom, when growing up, she had a gift basket business, and her main clients were big hotels, apartment complexes that would order large volumes of gift baskets to give to their people who just moved in or hotel members that just stayed at the hotel. So all her accounts were these corporate apartment complexes and hotels. And when the 2008 recession hit and the real estate market dipped, that's all real estate related, they all stopped ordering. So she had to figure out a different way to produce income. So she turned to selling on eBay. And within a year, her eBay business blew up. And she's been selling on eBay ever since then. And that was at the very beginning, in the middle of a recession. She started a reselling business and built it up to a six-figure profit reselling business. I just kind of wanted to share that story with you. For those of you thinking about getting into reselling as a side hustle, or you want to make it a full-time business, don't let all the crazy news around you deter you from thinking that reselling is not going to work just because we're probably going into a recession. My mom's living proof of it. She built a eBay reselling business, a very successful one, at the beginning and through a recession, no problem. Like she had to out of necessity because her gift basket business went down the drain because it was all related to real estate. But there's always a market need that needs to be filled by someone. So as a reseller, you have the ability to adapt to these different situations. If different products aren't in demand, you can go to these products. Like if sneakers all of a sudden just dropped demand and my business got cut by 90% tomorrow, I can go resell different grocery items that people are still going to continue to buy. I can adapt, and you just have the skill as a reseller, the arbitrage ability to find different products at a discount and flip them. There's always going to be that opportunity whether we're in a recession or not. So wanted to make this video. Would love to hear your guys' opinions. Where do you guys see reselling heading going into this recession? If we're already in one, if it's going to happen, who really knows? I don't think it's going to affect most people's business, in my opinion. As far as Amazon goes, I still think Amazon's going to thrive. With gas prices, I don't think people want to drive to the store as much. They're going to want to save on gas. So they're going to click buy on Amazon Prime and have it shipped to their door within 24 to 48 hours. That's my opinion. And that's what I'm seeing so far within the last 3 months. My sales are continuing to go up, so are my profits. So I don't really see this big hype that all these resellers are talking about online, that it's crashing. I don't see that whatsoever, but maybe that's just my personal business. So like I said, let me know in the comments if you're a reseller, especially you Amazon sellers, how's your business doing at the current moment? Are you seeing any drastic change in buyer behavior? Are certain products in your catalog slowing down versus other ones, different price points, so on and so forth? Would love to hear your guys' feedback in the comments below. And if you like learning about making money reselling in general, definitely consider joining the family, hitting that subscribe button. Leave this video a like if you learned something, and I'll see you on the next video.